Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Bishop Darrell Watkins, and let's queer up gay culture. Gay and gray. Redditors get real about aging as queer men. What's it really like to age as a gay man? I love that I got this story. That's the question, sparking a huge social media conversation on Reddit's Ask Gay Men Over 30 forum. A man in his 40s kicked off the conversation asking, quote, worst, best things about growing old as a gay man, end quote. He shared that losing youthful attractiveness has been tough, but also acknowledged the confidence that comes with still being called hot by younger men. That duality, feeling both seen and unseen, struck a chord. One popular reply put it this way, quote, worst thing, you become invisible in a culture that values youth and beauty above all else. Best thing, you become invisible in a culture that values youth and beauty above all else, end quote. Some pointed to the blessing of longevity itself. A man in his 50s reflected, quote, having the opportunity to grow older is a blessing, but it's difficult seeing yourself age and your body deteriorate. But this also makes life precious, as it's so transient. I'm happier as I get older, know myself better, and feel more content. I was thinking the other day that when I was in my 30s, I thought I knew it all and I was old. Now I look back and realize I was so young. It made me think that when I'm in my 70s, I'll think back at myself right now in 2025 and realize how young I was, end quote. Others warned of loneliness, but also celebrated the queer community's power to build intergenerational friendships. And many agreed that with age comes clarity, confidence, and less FOMO, fear of missing out. Some also talked about losing loved ones, especially for those who lived through the AIDS crisis. From fading beauty to newfound confidence, and deep friendships to deep losses. Aging as a gay man, it turns out, is just like life itself. Complex, honest, and worth every year. Studies show the extent of ageism in American society. It should be noted that ageism is significantly higher in the gay community. And that is true. There are intersectional realities and oppressions and all of this. There are people who've spent their whole adult lives out that in nursing care have to go into the closet or feel they do to feel safe, to feel cared for or whatever. So there are intersectional realities about being gay and older and being trans and aging. Mm-hmm. I mean, there is still so much ignorance about trans health. And I've had friends in their 50s and older just have these horror stories from the emergency room. You know what I mean? So it is difficult. But I am one of those people who lived through the AIDS crisis. I'm one of those people who survived the AIDS crisis. And sometimes I'm like, I wish, my back didn't hurt. Or, I love my silver hair. So I love that. But there are other things I don't love. The constant battle with weight. I don't like the aches and pains. I don't like all this stuff. But I do like that I am a queer elder. Yeah. Because when I was young, there weren't many. And so that I have the opportunity, the privilege that a whole generation of men before me were denied. I don't take that lightly. Mm-mm. And I'm so glad that I can care for those older than me. I can mentor those younger than me. I'm still young enough and healthy enough to do a lot of things and enjoy my life. Life is pretty good. Yeah. So, but I'm coupled. I'm married.
But you have a partner. Exactly.
Yes. If I were single, that would be different.
They were talking about the lonely aspect. Yes. Right. And a lot of people deal with that. Right. A lot of your friends start passing away, or you move somewhere, whatever it is. I love the intergenerational aspect of this. Right. Go hang out with somebody younger. Right. I mean, or if you're young, go hang out with somebody older. They'll be able to teach you so many things about just life. I don't
know if this is true for women. It's true for gay men, though. We are geniuses at fetishizing anything. So you know what? You can't lose weight. Fuck it, I'm a hot bear. You know what I mean?
Yes!
Like, or whatever. I'm not young anymore. There's some young guy looking for a daddy, and I got some coins.
I'm a daddy now.
Right? You know what I mean? So the great thing about being a gay man is if you can't fix it, you can feature it, and it still works out pretty good. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's true for women. Maybe it is. I hope it is.
Well, there's something about I'm 50. Woo, wow, right? I mean, that in our community is old, and it's really not when it comes to the world. But
it's the old hag show.
It's old hack show. It's old hack show. You know,
Two of the best. I'm 58.
There's less chaos in this brain at 50 than there was
Right.
in my 30s. You know, there is wisdom that comes with time, right? I know not to deal with that little young girl. I know better at this age. I didn't, 10 years, 12 years back.
Yeah.
You know, these are things that I welcome with age. You know,
Right.
we're a very ageist community, especially in LGBTQ+. We are, but we have a lot of insecurities. We're a marginalized group. That's just how we retaliate. You know what I mean?
And I think some people figure, oh, I'm hot, and they really capitalize on it early on. But I think a lot of us didn't realize. And so, because we felt bad, the church, the family, whatever. So we felt bad anyway. So if we did feel cute, we used that to get validation, or maybe we didn't realize how cute we were. So I find myself telling people in their 20s a lot who are shy or they're worried they'll never find the one or whatever. I'm like, you are smart and pretty and talented and fun, and please don't worry. Please, if anybody needs to worry about anything, you don't need to worry about finding someone. They're gonna fall into your lap any day now. But even when you got it, sometimes you don't know you got it because we're so beat up, we're so wounded.
We're so wounded, right? Yeah. But I mean, I think what I got the most out of everything that you said was live for today, right?
Yeah.
Live for today, because yesterday you can't get back.
Yeah.
That's gone, And those pictures that you see from the past, wow, I was skinny. Okay, think that way now, because in the future you're going to look back at now and go, wow, I was skinny.
Right. But 58 years on the planet and counting, I know so much stuff. I've learned so much stuff. And if you value wisdom, intelligence, experience, girl, I got a lot of it. You know what I mean? So
there is nowhere that I can't drop you that you can't have a conversation with whoever, okay? And he can't.
So, and I love that. I love that about me. So I'll probably never have a 32-inch waist again. Yeah, I'm always going to grunt when I bend over to tie my shoe. But I'm a lot of fun still. And nobody can outdrink me. So,
Nobody can outdrink the bishop. Let's just leave that right there.
The boozy bishop.
The boozy bishop. The boozy bishop. And that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.